VBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, professional wrestling video blogs, sports video blogs, MBTA video blogs, entertainment video blogs, plus a whole lot more. A collection of my work going back to June of 2014 is on Facebook, YouTube, plus other social medias and websites, so check it out. RVB in Billerica, Massachusetts, the only video blog on the internet that matters. The time is now 7:44 on January 10th, 2017. About 37 degrees out right now, and rain showers. Tonight's weather, it's going to be raining, and the temperatures are going to go up to the mid-40s. Tomorrow, rain ends early, then clouds. Temperatures could be boosted up to 56. Another warm spell for Thursday and Friday, but Friday is a transition day back to normal weather. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. Kerry Connolly, longtime WBZ TV weekend anchor, has left the station after being with WBZ Television on and off for about 17 years. So congratulations to her. And also, Advanced Auto Body Parts on Pollard Street in North Billerica just bought the old Beef Master, and they're in the process of demolishing that building, and it's going to be a parking lot, expanded parking lot for them, because the parking lot is very limited for Advanced Auto Body Parts on Pollard Street. So good for them. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in the flash with the third and final video blog of the night. MSG house show card for WWE from June 16th, 1984. Pump it up, 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 pump it up. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Pudding Guy. Julie is New 6, Orlando, Florida. Julie has a cute smile, and she's got the best legs in Orlando, Florida. She's always on Facebook, so like her Facebook fan page, and maybe you could chime in on a Facebook chat. I'm a very big fan of Julie Broughton, and also a lot of times she posts pictures of a mini-me, her daughter, Isla. One of these days, I'm going to interview Julie Broughton for this video blog. It's guaranteed to happen. I'm back. The third and final video blog subject of the night is about the MSG house show card from the WWE in June 16th, 1984. The main event was a boot camp match. Sergeant Slaughter facing off against the Iron Sheik, plus other exciting matches. This was televised on the MSG Network and the USA Network. It was the last house show the USA Network would televise. It would just be televised for MSG Network from here into 1992. All the WWE house show cards. And here's what happened on this house show. The first match was the returning Don Morocco, the magnificent one. He was managed by the devious one, Mr. Fuji, facing off against Tony Garea. Calling the action for these matches were Gorilla Monsoon and Mean Gene Okerlund. And then this was about a 5-minute match. Don beats Tony Garea with the belly-to-belly suplex. It was just a kind of a squash match. Tony was basically a jobber to the Stars at this point. Next match was George the Animal Steel with Mr. Fuji facing off against another jobber to the Stars, Jose Luis Rivera. Before this match, they had a 10-bell salute to Vince McMahon Sr., who passed away a month prior due to prostate cancer. And this was another total squash match. The Animal gives the flying hammerlock to Jose Luis Rivera, and he gives up. The next match was a 2 out of 3 fall match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It was the challengers, the Wild Samoans, Arthur and Sika, facing off against Dick Murdoch and Adrian Adonis. And Captain Lou Albano came down. He was kind of in a neutral corner, and he sided with both teams. The first fall, Adrian Adonis pinned Arthur with a double elbow. The second, which was about 13 minutes, second fall was about a minute later when Arthur gave Dick Murdoch the Samoan drop. And then the third and final fall, both Arthur and Sika and Murdoch and Adonis were fighting in the ring. The time limit expired, so the match ended in a draw. And titles don't change hands in a draw. So Dick Murdoch and Adrian Adonis remain the WWE Tag Team Championships. It was a decent match. Next match was Jesse the Body Ventura facing off against another one of these jobbers to the stars, SD Special Delivery Jones. SD mounted some offense in this match. He looked very competitive, but in the end, he got put in the backbreaker, and SD submitted, so Jesse the Body won this one. The next match was for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It was the challenger, Greg the Hammer Valentine, with Captain Lou Albano in his corner, facing off against the title holder of the IC champion at that time, Tito Santana. And Howard Finkel announced that Tito Santana's mother was in the crowd. So she got a little bit of a reaction. It was a back and forth match. Tito and Greg, this was, I think, one of their first major matches for a long-running feud for the Intercontinental Championship, which was probably one of the hottest feuds in the WWE in 1984 and 1985. Ending had both wrestlers go out on the floor, and Greg the Hammer Valentine gives the atomic knee drop to Tito Santana. And the Hammer gets in the ring. Before the count of 10, Hammer wins the match, but he can't win the title because titles don't change hands on countouts usually. The next match, it was Dr. D, David Schultz, facing off against the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. This was a typical Andre the Giant match. He squashes Dr. D, David Schultz, in about 6 minutes with the kick to the leg and the Andre Splash. No problems with this match. The next match was another debut. It was Steve Lombardi, who was making his Madison Square Garden debut. He would eventually become the Brooklyn Brawler, facing off against Mad Dog Vachon, Maurice Vachon, who was making his first appearance in Madison Square Garden in over 10 years. And this was kind of a squash match. Mad Dog pinned Steve Lombardi with a pile driver. Afterwards, Mad Dog hits Steve Lombardi with a chair outside the ring. Even though Mad Dog was a heel, he got a decent pop from the crowd, and Lombardi was like a clean-cut babyface at this point. He didn't become a heel until like 1986 or so. The next match was Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff facing off against Salvatore Bellomo. And this was a competitive match, went 12 minutes. But in the end, Mr. Wonderful gave the pile driver to Salvatore Bellomo, beating him up 1, 2, 3. The next match was the returning Cowboy Bob Orton, the Ace. He wasn't the Ace back then, facing off against WWE stalwart and legend Chief Jay Strongbow, who was, in his 50s. And this match was, a competitive match. Strongbow did some of the war dance and stuff, making a comeback. But in the end, Bob Orton gave the superplex to Chief Jay Strongbow, pinning him in about a 7-minute match, kind of a dud. And the main event for this card was a boot camp match. It was the Iron Sheik, managed by the Ayatollah Freddie Blassie, facing off against Sergeant Slaughter. And this was the end of their feud, which lasted 3 Madison Square Garden house show cards. And this boot camp match was probably one of the best matches of 1984 in the WWE. It was back and forth, ending had Slaughter beat the Sheik up with his pointed boots, beating him up 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And this Madison Square house show card was kind of awful because they didn't have Hulk Hogan or Rowdy Piper or Jimmy Superfly Snuka on the card because they were the stars of the WWE at this time. The main event probably saved the show from being a total disaster, but that Greg Valentine versus Tito Santana match was pretty good. And Dick Murdoch and Adrian Adonis against the Samoans were decent, but the rest of the card was like kind of a thing, kind of these matches that you probably would see on TV, like squash matches. And that's about it on that. Tomorrow, I'll be back with 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about my personality profile. Tomorrow's personality profile will be about former NHL goaltender Pat Riggin. 4 straight days of former Bruins goaltenders who wore number 1. Second video blog will be about the predictions of the division wildcard, the divisional round of the NFL, all 4 games this weekend. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the MSG House Show card from July 23rd, 1984. This is the one that Wendy Rector faced off against the Fabulous Moolah for the Women's Championship, plus other exciting matches. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bennett guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCOX and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York. Such a rocking cougar's got the best legs in New York City, bar none. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. And Len Claire of WHGH Channel 7 in Boston. Such a rocking cougar, got the best legs in New York City, bar none. And in the words of Dickie Ackwood, Unit Director of Boys and Girls Public, the more the merrier. See you later.